There it is at halftime, 47-36 Durfee over Springfield Central. We said we were going to have a screamer here, and we have had it indeed. I'm joined by Marshall Sawyer, president of the MIAA, and by Dick Neal, the executive director of the MIAA. And I'm sure this is exactly the kind of game that you wanted to have coming in, and you've got it.
Just what you'd expect and just what you'd hope for. Both teams are very disciplined, well played. Both teams are doing their very good job.
I mean, for all of the work that people involved with the tournament put into the thing to get it done, nice to have it be such an enjoyable ball game when it gets down to the one last and big one.
It sure is. And of course, the State Basketball Committee is the one that's responsible for this. But beyond the State Basketball Committee, there's 35 standing committees in the MIAA made up of about 400 people, superintendents, principals, athletic directors, who are all serving on committees and donating their time to make all of these things possible.
Yeah, I spent, I think it was 6-7 years in Illinois, which is very much like Hoosiers. It don't get any better than this.
No, this is a terrific focus on high school activities, Tom. A bigger crowd, I think, than we've ever had before for a single game.
Is that right?
Yes. I think we will draw today somewhere between 15 and 20,000 for our 6 basketball games. We've not done that before.
Now, that's outstanding.
It's important, too, I think, to focus when we really have the attention of the public like we do today on the purpose of high school athletics. These kids here today are having a great experience, one they'll never forget, but they have 150,000 peers at other high schools across the state who have had and will have successful years as participants in interscholastic athletics and won't play in a state championship game. But these kids are learning the values of effort, teamwork, discipline. They set goals for themselves. They learn how to respond to success and failure. And that's really the purpose of interscholastic athletics and high school activities. These kids will be better citizens for their involvement in these programs.
Very well put. You know, when you go in and you're involved in setting up something of this scale, and it takes so much time and so many people, when you finally get to it and the game happens, can you really sit back and enjoy the game?
Well, as Marshall indicated, thanks to literally hundreds of people, as president and as executive director, the two of us really have nothing to do today but talk to you. Everybody has planned, who has responsibilities, to ensure that this day is a positive, healthy experience for everybody who is here.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us at halftime, and I hope you're able to enjoy the game as well.
Very much, and it's an enjoyable game.
Whoa, look at the numbers by Juddy McDonald, 25 first-half points. Mike Herron with 17. They have scored 42 of the 47 that Durfee has on the board. For Springfield Central, Best has 11. Perry has 10. Best is an outstanding player. I think to some extent he's hurt him, though.
To some extent, he's pressing a little bit. He's trying to, rise up to the Durfee challenge. 68% shooting for Durfee. Now Springfield at 40%. Springfield had a lot of inside opportunities that did not fall. And we can look for Springfield in the third period. They're going to try to trap at half court in a zone, and they're also going to fall back into a zone. We won't see man-to-man from Springfield to start the third period. They're going to try to control Herron a little bit inside, and they're also going to try to extend against McDonald from the outside. McDonald's shooting is some of the best I've ever seen from anybody.
That one streak was absolutely amazing. 5 3-pointers in a row. Up the shot. That was Domino. No foul. Man down is Herron. I think McDonald saw him and just opted against the pass. Wade O'Connor with the ball. He gets assaulted and fouled by Padilla out at the top of the key.
Well, Coach Burns is yelling, "What are you doing out there?" They really don't need him out there, although he's on the wing on a 1-3-1, but they don't need to be trying to steal the ball from Durfee right now. They just need to control and stay in good position.
Pass to Murray. That's about his spot if open, but he wasn't, so he gave it up. Back out. O'Connor guns. That's a 3. Misses. Rebound to Central. Best. Lead pass down for Padilla. Scores.
He had 8 at the half, so he's at 10 points now. Springfield needs to take advantage of the inside opportunity. They're a good rebounding team. They've out-rebounded Durfee in the first half, They just had a lot of scoring opportunities that did not drop for them in the first half. Durfee's not going to come out and shoot 70% again, so it's up to Springfield to make the ball drop.
There's Heron on a power move again to the hoop, and the foul goes against Central. He just keeps cracking in there,
He's so big and strong on the high school level right now that he's just too much for a lot of the defenders on the high school level that are trying to guard him. He makes no bones about where he's going. It's like the old Green Bay Packers. They tell you they're going to run around the end, and they challenge you to stop them.
You know where he's going, and he just keeps going. Juddy McDonald misses, gets his own rebound, lays it off for Wade O'Connor. A rare hoop for Wade.
O'Connor only had 2 points in the first half. He's that type of player you won't hear a lot about, but watch his defense. See how effective he is defensively. Durfee's in a 1-2-2 zone. And they're going to try to they got their eye on Travis Best. They don't want him to penetrate or get good shots off from the foul line area.
McDonald with a steal. 4-on-2. Durfee. McDonald stops, fires, misses. Heron the rebound. Got it.
Nineteen points for Mike Heron, and once he gets the ball down low there, there's no stopping him.
Padilla, a three. Rebounded by... it was Atwood Perry. Got the basket, which has not yet been put up.
They're not going to count the basket. They're going to call the foul before the shooting motion started. You'll get that move in the NBA, but you won't get that in high school or college.
Foul was on Malloy, and that's 3 on him. There goes Best. Pretty pass to Padilla. Tries to spin it. The foul goes against the Golden Eagles. Number 3. On Best, that's his third.
He's showing some impatience, and Durfee, if he penetrates, they're just going to set up and try to draw the charge on him. He's got to be able to pull up, stop on a dime, pull up. He has the ability to do it, put up the short jump shot.
O'Connor, three-pointer, short. Heron gets banged off the rebound by 2 guys. Padilla was one, and the other was Todd Robinson.
Springfield throws the ball away. They've just got to settle down. Now, they've got a couple of sophomores out there, and really, even in high school basketball, experience means an awful lot. They're playing against 5 seniors. You're in the state final. There's 10,000 people here at the Centrum. You've got to try to play with emotion, but in control.
Wade O'Connor rolls. Pretty move on the drive for Durfee by Chris Means, who had just come into the game. Gets himself a bucket. This is now a 15-point lead. Travis Best rattles around, goes out, tied up, jump ball. Arrow points Durfee's way. Everything seems to be going Durfee's way, doesn't it, David?
Well, they're the type of team, they might only be a 2-man team in terms of scoring, but they're a very wise team, and they make good decisions, and when you do those kinds of things, things go your way.
Timeout on the floor. You know, we mentioned at one point that Durfee was trying to become the first team since Boston English in 74-75 to repeat as state champions. And I'm sure some people said, Ringe, 80-81. But the 1980 Cambridge Ringe Championship is listed officially on the MIAA program as vacant. And it goes back, and many of you will remember the whole problem over Carl Hobbs and his transfer from the Jeremiah Burke School in the city of Boston to Cambridge Ringe. So the championship that, yes, Ringe won is not officially a championship, so it does, in fact, go back to 74-75.
And those were great Boston English teams in 74 and 75 with Mike Bennett at the helm, Ed Burley on the bench, the English carrying on the great inner-city tradition that they really started early back in 68 when they won the Old Tech tourney. Of course, Boston Tech was there the year before with Billy Curley's father, Mike Curley. But those were terrific English teams. But this team right here, this Durfee High team, takes a backseat to nobody in terms of Massachusetts high school basketball. They are the legend in terms of a team and followers of the team. They turn a couple of thousand away every time Durfee plays at home.
O'Connor's pass is stolen away. Central needs to fire up a little bit. 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Best gets hit after the shot by Heron. There is no call. Now on the scramble for the rebound, Durfee gets the ball. Boy, Heron really clubbed him on that shot.
Well, Best was hit on the shot, but now you got to put that behind you. Don't get distracted by that. You don't get the call. Playing.
Wade O'Connor.
We see Springfield in the zone.
McDonald, Heron, double team to the baseline. Bounces it out. That's the man's shot. Missed it this time. Tapped back out. Tapped down the floor. Murray chases it down for Durfee. McDonald. Best has to be, and you can tell by the look on his face, he has to be really upset now, because that's almost the exact same situation at the other end of the floor that happened to him, where he really got cracked by a big guy, Mike Heron, and then after the shot there, he is called for the foul. The other guy didn't get caught. He did, and it's his fourth personal foul, too. But that's the game.
It's part of the nature of the beast in basketball. There's so much contact. There's so many calls that could be made or aren't made that could be made. It gets very frustrating at times, but it's the nature of the beast.
What a game this man has had, Juddy McDonald. Both of them. 17-point lead. Durfee gets the ball back. That's a three-pointer by Heron. No good. Domino way up in the air for that rebound. McDonald with a steal from Best from behind. And now if that's on Best, he's out of the ball game. Domino wants to accept the foul. He's raising his arm, saying it's me. Where and on whom they have called it on Travis Best. He walks off arm in arm with Mike Heron. Gets a pat on the back as well from Juddy McDonald, but Travis Best, who is an extremely talented basketball player, has fouled out of the game. Was not able to show his best effort against Durfee here at the Centrum tonight.
Well, no, he wasn't, and in a sense, he's a victim of circumstance. There were a couple of calls that went against him. The calls were there, but a player involved in as much of the action as Travis Best is, there's a chance that he might get calls that go against him at times.
Dave, I'm sorry, he didn't do anything there either. I'm sorry, but he didn't.
You don't have to apologize to me.
I know your feelings for the Zebras, and I understand. And McDonald hits 1 out of 2, and Heron gets the rebound, powers back up and misses. Rebound on the floor. Buzalka lost it to Heron. 2 more for Durfee.
21 points for Mike Heron, and they're about to put this one out of reach. At 20-point lead, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Padilla driving baseline, gets fouled. This was on for Central Atwood Perry. Perry was a ton the first few minutes of the ball game and kind of disappeared.
Well, he did. He had 10 points at the half. I don't think he scored yet in the third period. For Springfield to lose Travis Best at this point in the game, that's tearing their heart out.
Buzalka misses. Here comes Durfee. They are on their way, and there is McDonald. Now he can't hit a 3 for nothing.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
Boy, what an incredible display he put on, though, in the first half. With NBA-style three-point shooting. Bang, bang. A baby-faced bomber indeed.
You won't see too many exhibitions. That was a bird-like exhibition of shooting. And when he was throwing down three-pointers, I'm telling you, they were out at the NBA three-point line, and they were going down.
Now, I didn't see all of the games that he played this year, but I saw Dana Barros played. And I saw Sean Miller from Pitt a few times. He's a pretty decent three-point shooter. And I saw Palazzi from Providence a few times. I never saw anything like what we saw here.
Well, it's tremendous shooting. And the thing that you like again about McDonald is now he's cooled off, but he never stops playing hard. He doesn't blink if he misses. He has the shooter's theory. You keep shooting until you get hot, and then when you're hot, you keep shooting because you're hot.
Norman Domino has his first one, 58-39. Misses the next. Tap long. O'Connor comes down with a rebound. By the way, you know how you are doomed to see if you don't pay attention to history, you're doomed or something like that. These same haircuts, 1957, Webster Groves High School statesman. Same haircut.
You're right about that. The flat top is back. At least in Durfee, it's back.
Domino to Padilla. Back over for Padilla, fakes the three. Ball is kicked by Juddy McDonald.
Well, Springfield, you can see their uncertainty right now. Travis Best is fouled out. He was their point man, leading scorer, leading everything. You can see Durfee has now 6 more rebounds than Springfield does. And without Travis Best, this team is struggling.
Nice, slimy, snaky little move by Padilla to get himself in there and bank it in off the glass.
12 points for Hidel Padilla from Puerto Rico.
McDonald, I don't know whether it was Domino or Padilla, somebody grabbed him by the forearm. Calling the foul on number 14, is it? Juddy McDonald at the free throw line. There are points for McDonald at this point. 30 and 25 at the half, I think. Yeah. Misses the free throw. 30 so far. He has had an excellent tournament. Domino takes it all the way in. Rebound up once, no good. Next one is whistle. Springfield at this point has just about given up the ghost. To them, it seems that every whistle is against them. Well, and that is Padilla, who has been called for his 5th personal foul. And you can halfway understand why they might feel that way. Yeah, most of their problems, excuse me, Dave, I'm sorry. Most of their problems have been with the guys in the white uniforms and the shorts.
They really have. Durfee has put them in a lot of situations where they have fouled, and they have not displayed the maturity that you need, and that's a very important factor, the maturity that you need to be a state champion. Durfee has displayed that maturity, not to mention some tremendous basketball skills out here from McDonald and Heron and the rest of the Durfee crew. Now at 58-41, it looks a little bleak for Springfield.
Yeah, I'd say so.
The bench from Durfee is going to get a chance tonight to show what they have. I'm sure Coach Karamy's already used a couple of them, but I'm sure that we're going to see more of them. I don't know if Springfield can get back into this ball game. They have to show some patience on the outside. I don't know if they have the player that has that type of ability. Travis Best didn't have the patience, and he has tremendous ability.
Heron with the steal from Gozalka. There he goes to the right side, heading in his semicircle again. Gets the ball back. And is fouled by Gozalka. I don't know. He makes that fake left. People react to it like, hey, maybe he's going that way, but he's not going that way.
He hasn't gone that way in 4 years. I don't know why anybody would think he's going left now. But it's more of a tribute to this young man where he does not use his left hand. I think he has a left hand. I think he just knows he can make that move. That's his bread and butter move. And until you stop the guy from making the move, he's going to keep making it.
Good point. I can't disagree at all. Heron now with 20. Lead is up to 19 points. 1:11 to go in the 3rd period. Some new people in for the Golden Eagles, too. That's Todd Robinson diving with Juddy McDonald. Domino got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Durfee gets the ball. And boy, everything is happening their way. Number 4, Corey White, is into the ball game for Springfield now. Wade O'Connor inbounds to Mike Heron. And O'Connor Less than a minute to go, third period. Johnny McDonald in, back out, darts in again, hands it off to Heron, over to O'Connor, back to Heron, checks the clock. 36 seconds. McDonald back out to the timeline, gets away from his man. The count is on now, that 5-second thing. It's over. McDonald still with the ball with 23 seconds to go.
Well, you've got to be within 6 feet.
That's the 5 seconds.
And I know that Paul Scully just made the call, but I'm telling you, you've got to be within 6 feet of a man. To get that kind of a call, you've got to guard him for more than 5 seconds, 6 feet or under.
It was close to 6 feet.
Now it was maybe 5'11 3/4.
Kozelka goes inside. That's the basket for the Golden Eagles.
First points, I believe, tonight for Eric Kozelka.
Heron goes left. Misses. And when he does go left, he's going to learn it. By the time he gets to Boston College next year, he'll have a left hand. I'm convinced of that. But he doesn't have the touch, doesn't have the feel with it yet. We're at the end of 3 quarters of play. Durfee, the defending champs, up by 17 on their way to the repeat.